I need to get this off my chest, and honestly, I need some perspective. I'm 30 years old. I've been single for a hot minute, longer than I'd like to admit. And last night, I finally did something I've been building up the courage to do for months. I approached a complete stranger at a concert and gave him my number. And now I'm sitting here, 24 hours later, staring at my phone, wondering if I completely botched it. Let me back up a bit. I've been single for a while. Not because I'm not interested in dating, but because the whole app culture has just worn me down. Swiping left and right, crafting the perfect bio, the endless small talk that goes nowhere. It all feels so impersonal. One thing I've noticed, and I think a lot of people feel this way, is that we don't really ask each other out in person anymore. Everything is filtered through a screen. We've lost the art of spontaneous human connection. And I wanted to change that for myself. I wanted to be brave. I wanted to be the kind of person who sees someone interesting and actually does something about it. So when Instagram, because Instagram knows exactly what I need, kept showing me ads of these little cards you can use to introduce yourself to strangers, I bought a set almost immediately. They are cute. They have a little space for your name, your number, and a brief message. They take the pressure off having to come up with a perfect opening line on the spot. You just hand it over and smile. Last night, I finally got my chance. I was at a concert with some friends. It was a great vibe, good music, good energy, everyone just enjoying themselves. And that's when I spotted him. Tall, dark hair, great smile. He was with his family. I could tell by the way he was interacting with them, the easy familiarity. And I immediately thought, oh no, he's with his family. I can't interrupt that. But then intermission came. People were moving around, getting drinks, chatting. I saw him standing off to the side, not engaged in conversation at the moment. It was a window, a tiny 3-second window. And I had to take it. I walked over. My heart was pounding. My palms were sweating. I plopped down on the empty seat next to him. It was briefly vacant because someone had stepped away, and I just said hi. But here's where I think I messed up. In my head, I had practiced this moment 100 times. I was going to say, hi, my name is, my name, and I just wanted to come over because I think you're really attractive. Confident, direct, clear. Instead, what came out of my mouth was something like, if you're single, this is for you, and if you're not, that's totally fine. I just had to give it to you. I handed him the card. I smiled, and then I just walked away. I didn't even get his name. My friends watched from across the venue, and they were so proud of me. We celebrated my boldness. But later that night, they spotted him looking around for me. He was scanning the crowd, trying to find me. But I was hidden in the crowd, and he couldn't see me. I didn't go to him. I didn't wave. I just watched him look for me and then eventually give up. And now, it's been a full day. He has my number. He hasn't texted. Part of me is disappointed. Part of me is overthinking everything I did wrong. Did I come on too strong? Did I not come on strong enough? Was it weird to use a card instead of just introducing myself? Should I have stayed and talked to him instead of handing it over and bolting? Should I have gotten his name? Should I have made sure he knew who I was so he could find me again? But here's the thing. I also know that I did something brave. I approached a stranger, in person, with no filter, no app, no safety net. That takes guts. And even if he doesn't text, I proved to myself that I can do it. I can be bold. I can put myself out there. So my question for all of you is, how do I do this better next time? Because there will be a next time. I'm not giving up on this. Should I have introduced myself properly? Should I have stayed longer to chat instead of handing over the card and running? How do you approach someone who is with family or friends without feeling like you're interrupting? And how do you handle the silence after, the waiting for a text that might never come? I really think I messed up by not getting his name, and by leaving so quickly. It made the interaction feel transactional, like a business card exchange instead of a human moment. Next time, I want to be more present. I want to say, hi, I'm name. I saw you from across the room, and I just had to come say hi. What's your name? Then have an actual conversation. Then give the number if the vibe is right. But I'm still learning. I'm still figuring out how to be bold without being awkward, how to be direct without being overwhelming. If anyone out there has experience with this, especially approaching men in public, I would love your advice. What works? What doesn't? How do you handle the anxiety and the potential rejection? I know that dating in your 30s is different from dating in your 20s. People have lives, families, responsibilities. But I also know that connection is still possible. I just have to keep putting myself out there, even when it's scary, even when it doesn't work out. So here's to being brave. Here's to trying something new. And here's to hoping that the next time I hand someone my number, I actually remember to ask for theirs first.